most people who maybe they might have a 1.7, that shows where they end up going to college or doing for work, but like what shifted from you from where you got to that to where you're at now?
Somehow, some way, rich dad, poor dad fell in my hands. I got a job, enjoyed it, man, at that time.
Yeah.
And I go in there, I train Jake for an hour. At the end of the day, he hands me a check for $27. $12.50. I said, $27 for the hour? I love this.
Yeah, so what's going on, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of the Purpose to Profit podcast, where we teach, we're going to talk about real stuff here, okay? We talk about how to change your purpose and move it to actual profit. And I got the best guest here today on episode 3. Super excited to introduce y'all to Mr. Stephen Lott, man. Let me tell y'all some of his accolades real quick, okay? So Stephen Lott, okay?
How much?
First and foremost, he's a father, right? He's a father. He's a husband, right? He's a friend. He's a mentor, but he's also a business growth strategist, right? So he's helped service-based business owners actually operate their business and scale their business, unlock new sources of revenue. He's also the creator of the Catalyst Wheel system, which he's going to share about today. And then he actually teaches. He's as a professor at Georgia State University, while studying his doctorate, right, in master's in business administration, right. On top of that, he's helping the entrepreneurial world and coaching and mentoring people in that industry. And I'm super excited about what he's going to share today, because it might be some of the things that might be able to shift your mindset and your business. So without further ado, man, Mr. Stephen Lott. What's going on, brother?
What up, bro?
How you doing?
I'm great. What up, though?
Yeah, fresh out from Atlanta, huh?
Fresh off the plane.
Fresh off the plane.
Had to make it here.
Appreciate you for making it out, man.
100%. We was gonna do it.
How you been?
Man, I've been great. Better time.
Yeah.
Better time than ever. Like this feels awesome. Unbelievable.
Yep, that's good.
Unbelievable time.
That's good, man. Well, I had to get you on here because I know with your mindset, right, with what you've already done in entrepreneurship, with what with being, I think you come from a very unique perspective because you're in the education space, right? You're in the education space, right? So being a professor, from running your own business to helping other entrepreneurs, and I think it's even crazy like the way we even met. On top of that, right? Until to where we about to be doing some business together. So first and foremost, like on the episode. Like I like to talk about purpose, right? We don't talk about profit, but we like to talk about purpose. So, like first and foremost, tell us a little about yourself. Like, what's your purpose? Why are you doing what you're doing? And let's tap in.
Man, a little bit about myself. I'm from Cleveland, Ohio, man. So I'm home. I'm back home, right? I'm at home. I usually come here around this time. I meet my buddies and we meet here for the Browns opener, win, lose or draw.
Hey, y'all Browns fans are definitely.
It's all good.
Yeah.
It's all good. Win, lose or draw. We here. It builds character.
Yeah.
Builds character. But yeah, man. I mean, outside of that, bro, I'm like I said, Christ follower. Everything you name, man. That was incredible. I love business, man. I love helping people. Yep. Businesses have been the gateway for me to do that.
Yep.
So I'm enjoying this whole process. I'm enjoying learning. So adding on to what I have and being able to pass that on to somebody else so they can flourish and do even greater things.
Absolutely. No,
that's my purpose.
That's
I think,
awesome.
man.
So,
I think for
so
sure.
currently still based out in Atlanta.
I live in Atlanta.
Okay.
Yeah. I live in Atlanta. I moved to Atlanta in 2009. Moved to Atlanta 2009. I tell the story a lot. I mean, I graduated from high school. I went to Cleveland Heights High. Yeah. So I graduated from high school with a 1.79 GPA, bro. It's crazy work. I wasn't doing nothing. I didn't do nothing.
But now you're a professor.
Now
getting your doctorate.
My doctorate. It's
talk a little bit about that. So like, how do you go? Like, what's the shift, right? Because most people who maybe they might have a 1.7, right? Maybe they're defined by that, right?
Absolutely.
And that shows where they end up going to college or doing for work. But like, what shifted from you from where you got to where you're at now?
Honestly, earlier on, I was defined by the the output, right? So the situation I kind of put myself in by, you know, having that, because I grew up with parents that just didn't necessarily know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They just didn't know about education. So my mom happened to be in school. She was going to school the entire time I was in school.
Yeah.
So she would come home after work and then she'd go straight to school. So she'll ask me, "You do homework?" "Yes."
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Absolutely. And then it just kept. So and then, you know, so she was kind of learning. They were young. They were learning themselves, and then they're pastors. So I grew up in a church. So it's just that world, right? But. And then when you graduate and you realize, yo, I got real life.
Yep.
So then it became that chase, like, job after job after job. So it went from, you know, it's I call it the 9 to 15, right? Feature. So the 9 to 15 feature is where you start off at $9 an hour and you work so hard to chase $15 an hour. You know what I'm saying? And so it's the 9, the 950, the 1025, right? And then you got 11, and you work. So I remember going through that whole phase from like 18 to 23. And I remember at 23, somehow, some way, Rich Dad Poor Dad fell in my hands.
Yep.
And that was the book that just made it click a little bit. Yep. Like it just something about the way I just view things. It was authentic. It clicked. It just made sense to me. And then I end up. So I was working all these jobs, and then I was always a hooper. I always played basketball. Yeah. Did all the things.
Cleveland Hoops.
Cleveland Hoops. We some hoopers. So I ended up going to. I got a job coaching the AAU team, and I was late, right? Because I didn't understand. I was just late to show up. Somebody put me on. I was late, so I ended up getting the worst set of fifth graders. They were like the little giants of basketball, bro. So I ended up getting like the worst set of fifth graders. And then I worked with them, and I enjoyed it, man. This is my first time coaching. Yep. Right. So I'm 23, so it's my first time coaching. And one of the kids asked me, one of the kids' dads, his name is Jake Lauber from Solon, Ohio. Jake Lauber's dad, Ernie Lauber, he said, "Hey, Jake loves you. Can you come to my house and work with him? Just work with him for an hour." Yeah, absolutely. I'm the coach. I'm supposed to, 100%. So I drive to Solon. I see these big old houses in Solon because I'm from the east side of Cleveland at that time. Cleveland Heights still, but originally from the east side of Cleveland. So still large houses. I just never see it, especially at that time. Yeah. And I go in there. I train Jake for an hour. Work with him. At the end of the day, he asked me a check for $27. I was like, 20. At that time, I'm making $12.50. I said, $27 for the hour? I love this. He said, "Jake, love you so much. Can you come back 3 times? 3 times a week." It was the summer, so you come back three times a week. I said, "Absolutely." So I come back 3 times a week. And then, so I'm working with him, and I'm making, and then I end up training the other kids on the team. And then I ended up, at that point, I was making more money training than I was working. And then it just clicked. And then at that point I said, I'm going to Atlanta. And then so I go to Atlanta, and then I knew my motto was nobody knew me for training basketball athletes. Right. So I wasn't trying to go after the college kids or the kids that are going to the league. And so my motto was training rich white kids who suck. and I built a career out there for 10 years.
For 10 years. So why Atlanta?
Girls. Girls, party. Yep. No, I had a cousin that was down there, man. Andre Hurley. Okay. I had a cousin that was down there. He was like, "Yo, you ain't gonna believe it. Yeah. What you see on TV is better than real." Right? 'Cause you know how that happens, right? Like you know, like in branding and marketing, when you see stuff. Yep. Like they try to make it seem like it's going, or you know what I mean? It's going. It's like. And I come from so I used to be a my cousin, he was a DJ Fresh here in Cleveland, still DJs, amazing DJ. So I used to carry his crates. So I used to carry his crates to all the clubs. So I know what it's like. Like he's a DJ 407.9. So we used to go to the club. And then he used to, he'd be like, "Yo, it's going," like, you know how to hear the radio, and it's going crazy. It don't be nobody over there, but big girls, always the big girls. Yeah. they come in swarms. They come in swarms. They come together. Right? And so you always in there, and so I know I'm like, so, but he told me, he said, "Yo, Atlanta is it's not even what you can ever." So I got down there. And so, I made it happen, man. And that's how I got into my average income household was about $450,000. And that exposure just changed everything. And that was the beginning of everything.
So, and I love that you talk about that, because I think sometimes people only know what they're surrounded by.
100%.
Right.
100%.
So for me, I moved from Chicago to Ohio. It was uncomfortable. Right. I feel like sometimes people need to be able to move somewhere and get out of their comfort zone with family. What feels right to where you move somewhere, you got around people who probably thought differently than you, live better than you. Right. So where now that was some things that you could actually look to pursue. Right. And I've been to your house. Like, you got a house.
Man, you just see, when you see regular people and you see them living, you see people that look like you, when you see, that's what Atlanta represented. My bosses, and I ain't even, like I said, I didn't go down there and was killing it at first. Right. I went down there, my first job was at Macy's. I got a job at Macy's. My manager at Lenox Mall was black. Like, it's the first thing I've seen. Like, I said, I ain't never seen a black manager. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like in my life, like not the GM. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, not the GM. And I was like, yo, this is crazy. So everybody was just like, and you realize, like, they're still cool, but they got their stuff together. And I needed to see that personally. I needed to see that, because I used to always associate, like, it was just different. Like, I was like, man, how can I still be myself and still do the things that I want? And Atlanta just showed me all of that. Like, and so, and those are some things I pray for. God put that in front of me for sure. And for some people, it takes that, right? It takes you to, see things that you never seen, just like you said, and be able to take advantage of those opportunities, and then and after that you just let God do what he do.
So let's talk a little bit more. So, like, now 1.7 GPA to where now you're a professor, right? So, like,
crazy work,
which I know sometimes you probably like pinch yourself.
I be in class pinching myself.
it's like how did I get here? Like, talk about what did that process look like to be able to get to a point where he's like, I got the qualifications for this. I could be in this position. Like talk about how you actually got in there. Right? I'm curious. And what does it look like being a professor?
So, I mean, let me take a step back. When I was training, one of the things about me is you're not gonna keep showing me $1 million house. I'm not gonna ask you what you do. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't about to just keep going to people's houses, and I'm not gonna know, like, hey, what you do. So training just started to get old. For me, I've been doing it for so long. Man, and I knew I was over it. When I go play, I wouldn't study. I'll be making up drills when I get there. Like, you know what I mean? And you know when you just over it.
Yep.
So I knew something was different, but I knew I had a gift for getting people to excel at their maximum potential.
Yep.
People who don't necessarily know what they're capable of, right? That's my gift. And so I was trying to figure out how do I maximize that. So I interviewed all my parents, and I talked to them, and they were either in sales or finance. About 85-90% of them. Crazy. Right? And I had over 1,000 kids. At one point. Like, by the time I ended, I had over 1,000 kids. Let me tell you how much I didn't know about business. I gave my business away. I had this is stuff I just didn't know. Like, I didn't know. I'm like, I got transition, and I used to think transition was just part of man, you got to leave something, you got to give it up in order to get something else. So I just didn't know.
Give your whole clientele away.
Gave it away. I just didn't know. Like, that's why I'm so empathetic to people who just don't know, because when you just don't know, you just don't know. You know what I mean? And so I end up starting back over as a freshman. I started back over at 27 years old. So I was transitioning, right? So I was still training a little bit, but I started as a freshman. And I got my finance degree. So, so I go over as a complete freshman. So I graduated at 29, 30, graduated at 30. Got my finance degree, studied abroad in Dubai, studied abroad in Paris, studied abroad in Japan. I knew all this was just happening. It was just like, it's the alchemist, bro. Like, it's like what they say about Paulo Coelho. What he says is that, the journey is the goal. You just got to just start the journey, and then everything's supposed to happen after that. So I had no sights of being in finance. Like, it's crazy. You know what I mean? But finance allowed me to add more value to everybody. Because everybody wants to talk about money. So I had to be great at what I do. I had to be great at. And then I needed to learn more. So I started opening up businesses, opened up a cannabis dispensary. I had a crazy event center in Atlanta. I started opening up I started being a part of different businesses because when you're the finance guy, I became the finance guy. So when you're the finance guy, everybody want to talk to you about business. Everybody want to, all the deals come, right? So now I don't know how to say no. So I'm part of everybody's business. I'm da-da-da. So then what ends up happening, so now I'm like, I got to be better at business. Like, because I'm really in the mix. So I go back and get my MBA. So I go to Georgia because I knew this is like the hub of information. So I knew Georgia State represented that. When I got my finance degree, I was like, I know more than people. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like I just know more. Right. And so my MBA just represents another level. So I knew that, all right, if I got this with just the undergrad, let me just go get another level. And then when I got to my MBA, everybody knew me as the entrepreneur. I was the only entrepreneur in my whole MBA class, like the whole thing. Everybody knew me as the entrepreneur. So my professor introduced me to the Department of Entrepreneurship, the head of the Department of Entrepreneurship. And so I met her at Georgia State, and she said, hey, you're awesome. Come speak to my class. I go speak to her class about an hour. It was great, awesome experience. A month later, she sends me an email and say, hey, I'm retiring. I would love for you to take over my class. I think you'll be great. They loved you. You'll be perfect. I said, what? like in college? Right. like as a professor? And that's exactly how I got into teaching.
Oh my goodness!
It was unheard of. Like, you know what I'm saying? Not even, especially at Georgia State. Georgia State is one of the best business research schools in the country.
1,000%.
And so
that is wild. Like most people, and I hope that's encouraging people because like from going from a 1.7 to like GPA,
literally.
And I think there's I don't know what it is. I probably read it in Psycho-Cybernetics, but I feel like once you hit past 25 years old, like your brain just is wired different. Like you just something clicks.
Or you hope that it does.
You hope that it does. You hope that it does.
For sure,
but like
you
see life.
I can agree with that.
10 times differently once you cross that age, and I feel like your mindset. I mean, 27, and then again, not having ego. Or caring what other people say. It's like, cause some people, they might take a gap year out of school. They might do. It's like you took it. You took some time.
I'll take it a step further. Like I used to. So because I trained kid athletes, I used to have to go to school. So most people my age used to go to school at night. Because I had kid athletes, I can only train at night. I can only train after school. Yeah. So I had to go to school at 8 a.m. to like 12, you know what I'm saying? So I'm in school with the 18-year-olds, with the 19-year-olds. So I got a whole nother perspective of just, I'm the only 27-year-old. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like old school. Like I'm in that movie old school. I'm like that guy.
You old school class.
I'm 100%. I'm that like legit. Like and so it was all that stuff is. It's just humbling, 100%, but it's not even like it's I'm in the middle of it, like
1,000%. You're not thinking about, again. You had the end in mind. You saw. You had the vision. You saw the people. Right? I'm not sure if you knew the path specifically, but like again, like because you're so focused, right? You're like a horse. You're focused on one thing,
and then everything along the journey keeps reaffirming you're on the right journey.
Yeah.
Right, it's always little things, right? Yep. It's always it's my effect on the 18-year-old. It's my because I'm older, right? Yep. So it's my ability to help the teacher. It's my ability to ask questions to the teacher that helps the class. Yep. Right. You know what I mean? So it's just and you just keep affirming like I'm on the right path. God does these things, and the Alchemist is I keep about the Alchemist. I love that book.
That book is fire.
He would call them omens. Right, he would call them omens, and so omens are just these things that just keep reminding you that you're just on the right path. You're on the right path, and that was just constant. It was just constant, even if I didn't necessarily feel like it or whatever. It was just constant.
Dang, that's awesome. That's a beautiful story.
Yeah. That's it.
Dang. So let's talk. Let's tell them about how we actually met. Like, cause I think that it was pretty funny. On like
100%.
But obviously I met you through Cloud IT, so like in the field like that, we're in the finance,
we're in the finance, we're in accounting, absolutely.
In the finance and accounting industry, absolutely. We get offshore talent, we get help to be able to help grow our practices.
Out like let's connect. Yep. We end up connecting. I showed you what I was doing. Yep. You end up taking it to a whole nother level.
Yep.
Which I'm proud of you, honestly, super proud of you. I saw it in you even when you were ambitious, right? You were ambitious. You knew more. You wanted to do more. This was your space. Yep. Because I own an accounting firm, but I'm not an accountant.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like you actually lived that life. So it was such better suited for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To be able to do this and take it to the next level. So yeah, and that's insane. And then, you know, how close everything was, like where everything, it just worked out.
So, so then, like, you know, obviously meeting you through them, like like, I don't think you understand that connection that I made is the reason why I was able to scale my practice so fast. Right, because I was doing that while working my full-time job. I needed to be able to offshore talent, people who were smarter than me. Right, I might know the systems, I might understand everything, and I do understand it. But when you're strapped for time, right?
Oh man, it's not
you got to be able to leverage on talent and really in good talent, right? So kind of talk to me like, you know, how your connection with, you know, with Cloud IT came together, and like how did that work?
That happened. So when I got my MBA, I started consulting. At that point, because I didn't have the bandwidth to be a part of no more businesses. Like I was that's it. But I started consulting, and then when I was consulting, I realized that a lot of people just didn't have no data. And I was like, and I can't consult without data. Like I can't give you no general answers. Like I didn't know the numbers. Like and that's why my accountant. So I started the accounting firm called Know Your Numbers. You know what I'm saying? It was KYN. So because I wanted to really add value. Like it's nothing, man. I'm telling you, bro. I can't do this unless I really add value. Like I have to really help. You know what I'm saying? That's like whenever I meet somebody, I say, "What do you need? How can I help you?" And it's that clear. Right? You know what I mean? Like, because I like to give people permission to be vulnerable.
100%.
You know what I mean? Because sometimes we need that. Because if we don't have it, then we'll be like, I'm good. You know, everything going good. You know, no, what do you need? How can I help you? You're right. And so even with that, with the firm, I couldn't do no accounting. But I knew people needed it. And so I didn't. You know, I was in school, and I was like, man, you know, and I just had the bandwidth. So I was like, a friend of mine, Lauren, who I introduced you to, right, out of Chicago.
Another CPA.
Another CPA out of Chicago. She introduced me to Cloud IT, and Cloud IT is the accounting outsource service that we use out of India. And so you know, just like me, who I am, I meet the owner, and all of a sudden I befriend the owner. Like, I can't just have no service. Like, what we doing? Like, so I get to talking to the owner, Sam, young CEO, like passionate. He's driven, and I was like, man, like I said, Sam, bro, I think I can help you. I think I can help this business. Like I think you need me to help you penetrate the U.S. market. Right? You figured out the business, but because you know you have a gap, right? And I think I can help you fill that gap. And that's exactly how it happened. So I started to really start to fill out different businesses, right? So I looked on Instagram, I looked on what's that. I wanted to just make genuine connections with people who I felt like could benefit from Cloud IT. So I would just reach out to people, you know what I mean, who I actually, you know, saw, you know, passionate with it, and I would say, hey, what's your staff, man? Like, what's your capacity? What you looking like? And then you was one of them. That's how I came about. You was one of them, man, and when it's a good referral, it feels good. Because you know people actually need it. You know what I'm saying? And so you know, and it doesn't necessarily fit for everybody for different reasons. Right. No fault of Cloud IT's. But I definitely think I'm so glad it worked out, and here we are today. And man, Cloud IT is fire.
Fire. Literally changed the entire trajectory of my business. And I mean, even in today, and I want to talk about that, like with running a business and finding talent, like I feel it's so hard to be able to find affordable talent, right, for your practice, to where it's affordable good talent. Right, because it's in this with inflation, with all these different things.
And it's just economics, right? You know what I'm saying? Like inflation. To your point, inflation. Everything's going up, and people really don't even want to do that job anymore. Like you know what I'm saying? Like bookkeeping and taxes, the thing that everyone needs and every business has to have. It's become this thing where, hey, if I don't do it, if I'm going to do it, you have to pay me enough money to do something I don't want to do.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because now accountants want to be more consultants. Accountants want to do more than sit back and on a computer. So they're just not wired the same way.
Yep.
And coming out of college, like, because college is so expensive, like you gotta pay me, like, I gotta have a livable wage.
Yep.
You know what I mean? In order to do this. So, and even if you do get me, and on the other side is, even if you're able to give me on some version of an internship or something a little bit cheaper, or my situation allows me to do it, it just doesn't make sense. Like the retention is so, like, I'm only gonna stay for a few years. Actually, I'm gonna learn what you do. I'm gonna learn your business. I'm gonna just do it myself, because I'm like, I can get my own 20 clients.
Yep.
And have my own business. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just so people are just wired, more entrepreneurial than they used to be.
Yep.
And so it just makes, so I looked at the economics of it. I looked at at just the whole business landscape.
Yeah.
And I just thought it just makes sense.
Yeah.
And that's kind of why in accounting I brought my finance brain. That I feel like a lot of accountants just struggle to kind of see.
Yeah.
And I was able to see that once I met Sam, and I said, oh yeah. Let's do this.
Yeah. And so I think that's good, because I think there's people out there who, whether they have a business, and I feel like we live in a world now. There's AI. There's
Sure.
we got people hiring VAs in the Philippines or in India or whatever.
Absolutely.
Like, what gave you the trust, right? Because some people can value trust as somebody who's right in front of you, right? You see you, face to face, right, in person, and they might be thinking, okay, like, where does that trust factor come in? Where does that security factor? Like, how did you be able to build that?
Logic. COVID did it. See, COVID made everybody remote, and that's what changed the accounting game.
Yeah.
That's what made accounting virtual. And I was like, oh. So if you don't know where I'm at and you hire me and I'm at home,
right,
then you don't know what's the difference between home and India.
It's true.
Wi-Fi is Wi-Fi. What we missing? So
yeah.
So for me, it just made sense. Like it was just pure logic. Like you don't know if you're willing to hire me and I'm able to be remote, and you can put me on the servers, and you can trust me with your servers, and you can trust me with your data, and you can trust me with your clients, then you can just trust them. Right. You just got to open your eyes to know that it's the exact same.
Yep.
Like, you know what I mean? Whether they speak a different language.
Right.
I mean, because even if I say okay, say they from India, but they live in the United States.
Yep.
What we doing? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like what we talking about?
Yep.
So it just made sense. So I knew that would be a barrier for some people.
Yep.
But it just made too much sense.
Yeah.
Right. For me not to, because I feel like I can explain it better than anybody.
Right. And if you think about the logic, I think that there's some people who they might have some reservations.
Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely.
But I think about this, like, big companies are doing this already. Like, and they've been doing this for years. Like, in small businesses, we just catching up.
Bro, labor in the history of the world, labor is the only way to scale. Right? Unless you just got demand. Yeah. So what happens is demand can override labor if you got enough of it and the margins are there. So whether it's labor or product costs, right, or total costs or whatever, some got to be cheap.
Yeah.
In that expense column, right? That you use all the time.
Yep.
In order for you to scale.
Yep.
Now the world of accounting looks differently today, because now accountants are now more than ever thinking about an exit strategy. Yeah. More than they've ever had.
Yep.
Accountants used to say it was like 90, dog. Like, I'm not doing this till I'm 90. You know what I mean? So and your kids don't want it.
Yeah.
Like the accountants, I used to do. The thing that makes me uniquely different in this space, in the accounting space, is helping cloud IT scale. I talk to thousands of accounting firms. My case studies of accounting firms is through the roof. I know what accounting firms want. I know what they need. I know what they struggle with. I know the gaps. I know because I used to talk. I talked to them. I've interviewed them. I've been to conferences. I've seen them all. I know the pain points, and the accounting world is changing, and for me, it's more of a business of profitability than it used to be. It used to be like a local business.
Yeah. Yep. Doing interviews, appointments in person,
come up, right? You made more money being a necessity, right? Right? Because you were local, I can walk up to you, or you had an expertise.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
So then part of that expertise, accountants got spoiled.
Yeah.
So the customer service was horrible.
Yep.
Their systems was terrible. The whole business was practically reliant on their expertise.
Right.
So then that means whoever they trained, whoever they put on, right? And then if you really wanted to scale,
so like everything is digital. We're talking about uploading documents, right? But there's still some people probably in a little bit older that still want to drop some stuff off. Very few that I've had clients that want to do that. But like where do you see the future of this industry, like, and how do you see it? I mean, we got AI, right? We got there's just a lot of different things. Like what's your thoughts on the future of this space?
It's gonna be more of a consulting space. That's kind of what I see. I think small businesses need more consulting than they need accounting, because the accounting has never helped the business without the understanding of the information.
Yep.
The accounting just kept people out of jail.
Yep. True. It's like it's compliance, right?
It was a compliance business, but it never helped the business.
Yeah.
Ever.
The amount of clients that have come to me who have just said, they have a bookkeeper or have a bookkeeper. I was like, how are your finances? Oh, they're crap. I'm like, okay. they have a CPA who's doing their taxes, but they only see them one time a year. Right? I was like, so like, how much you're paying in taxes? Like these people don't know. And then you look at a tax return, and they're just
it's going to be a lot more hand holding in this business than it's ever been.
Yeah,
because it's a lot more competitive.
Yep.
Right. Meaning so before, people used to be very unwilling to change accountants.
Yep.
It's too much of a barrier.
I mean, the average time you're with your accountant is at least 10 years.
Minimum.
Yeah.
Why would I change?
Right.
It's too much. Like the accountant is the only one that got all my information.
Right.
I can't do no without my accountant.
He's like, I got to go back to him
now
to go get it to you.
Now it's all in QuickBooks. I'm going to take you off. I'm going to put somebody else on.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like so you gotta just look at the game, and you gotta understand, you gotta know how to pivot.
Yep.
And so the accounting is more of a customer. It will be the best one to understand that it is a very much customer driven, buyer power. Right, so the customers have more power than they've ever been. So now you have to earn the business, and you have to earn it on a monthly basis. Yep. And to me, the best way to earn it on a monthly basis would be consulting, not the bookkeeping. They can get that anywhere. Yep. AI is gonna do the bookkeeping soon. In the next 3 years, AI will do all the bookkeeping. So
we gotta. It's almost gotta pivot, right? And the thing is, like, people need to understand how to leverage AI to their benefit, right? To handle the basic bookkeeping or the basic. The basic preparation, right?
It'll be fractional CFO services. Because what happens is what small business suffers from that's different from corporations is just C-suite. That's the largest thing. Like having additional minds to help them use the information and knowledge to the betterment of the CEO's decision making.
Yeah.
Right. So you're going to be, if you're going to be my accountant, you're also going to be my fractional CFO. You're going to help me make choices off the numbers, or you're not beneficial to me.
Right. That's and that's, I mean, you would, in my head again, that's what I always would have seen. That's what you want. That's what you want to do. Like you want to help your clients.
It benefits both parties, because accountants don't want to sit behind a desk no more.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
And then so that's why Cloud IT was so important, because they want to do that work. Right. You got to think it's a mutual beneficial relationship.
Yep.
And it's not even that they want to, but what ends up happening is that because of the U.S. dollar exchange rate, right, for India, the rate that we pay, and it's not cheap. Like it's affordable to us, but they live a great life. They make way more money over there with our money than they would doing the same job. So for me, I feel like I'm like a job that nobody want. They want it, and they're gonna be there forever.
Forever.
because
they love it. They truly love it.
That's what I'm saying.
So like, why not outsource to somebody who loves doing what they're gonna do? Like I know my team is solid. They're never quitting.
It's called a partnership. It's called, anytime you hire somebody, you're getting into a partnership.
Yeah.
And the goal is to get into a partnership where all parties are happy with the partnership. What happens is that when you hire someone and it's temporary, then at some point I'm no longer happy with this partnership. Right, so I want to get paid a little bit more, right? Or there's something going on in my life. So you gotta, in life, you want to make sure that you are aligned with someone that has mutual interests. Yep. Right, in what you both are trying to do. Yep. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And that's all that this provides. So why wouldn't we do it?
Oh man, that's so good. So before I get off track, okay? So like,
where you gonna get off track?
Yeah. I mean, because that was so good, and I'm so excited about like, and I'm pushing people who are trying to get into the industry, right? Or what would your advice be to somebody who's trying to get into the industry? Start their accounting or tax business. Like what's your advice to people looking to get into a space like that? Like what would you do?
I would niche. Yeah, I would niche. Accounting is so easy. It's so much easier when you niche, right? Yeah. Training is easier. Same thing. You know what I mean? Like I would just focus on market share. Yeah. Right. So I would just focus on is it enough of what I want to niche in? Right. Is accounting complicated? Like even complicated accounting becomes easy when you niche. Yeah. Because you're just doing it all the time. Like anything, the best thing about accounting is the practice. Like you do it so much, you're going to get good at it. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Like because you do it. Like so, it may take you, even if it's complicated, it may take you 3-4 months just to like really really get it. Yep. But after the 3-4 months, everything else is the same. Yep. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So yeah, I would if I was telling anybody to get in, I would definitely say niche. It's just. It's so much easier. You learn one field. You talk about this field all the time. You become known for that. Yep. Right. It helps with your marketing. Yep. It helps with where you're going. It helps with strategy. It helps with the actual accounting, the quality control. Yep. It helps. Right. It's easier. So if you're not a professional accountant and you're not like the best at it, and you can see different industries. And you know because it does get complicated. The industry changes the game. Yeah. You know what I mean? For sure. So, and I'm glad you brought up niche because somebody said this before, but they said you could do anything you want in life, but you just can't do everything. Can't do everything. Right? And you could serve anyone you want. Can't serve everyone. But you can't serve everyone. Right? So, but I remember hearing niche, and I was like, I mean, when you start a business, you're like, I just want clients. I don't care. So, like, I found myself roofing companies, home healthcare agencies, real estate business owners, just all over. Because it maybe getting started, that's okay, right? Getting some clients, getting your feet wet, learning what you do like, niche. Right? Right, yeah. 100%. But how do you coach somebody or who is like, I don't know what I want to niche. Like I don't know what I niche. Like how do I find my niche? Then you get in and you try everything to see what you gravitate to, what works, where like what do you like? What do you like, or what naturally gravitates to you? Like what? Because I got people who love construction. Yeah, I hate construction. I'm like, what? Like I'm sending you everybody. Like anybody that knows construction, I'm sending to you because that's what happens, right? Yep. Find and you will see it, and then once you become, and then honestly, construction is so hard that she's gonna and they pay the most. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Like so master was hard, right? Ease is the greatest threat to success than hardship. That's so good. Oh man. So talk to us really quickly. Like what's your focus right now? Like what's the next steps that you're focused on? Dr. Lott, bro. That's Dr. Lott loading. That's it, bro. I am, this journey to becoming, May 2027, pray all. May 2027. Well. Yep, absolutely. It's a game changer for who I become, what I'm doing. Yep. And I think being able to kind of position myself to be a subject matter expert. Yep. And in research of business and understanding all types of business, but being able to apply academic research to a a business type setting.
Yep.
That kind of has all these challenges and struggles and problem solving, and I'm able to come in and I got frameworks, I got all types of things. I've been trained, you're right, to be able to come in and see problems and find solutions. So yeah, that's it, bro. That's it. Dr. Lott. I'm stoked.
Man, I'm
tired, but I'm stoked.
Real tired. I believe it. I believe it. So as we wind down here, so give, there's gonna be some current entrepreneurs watching this, people trying to get into the industry.
Let's see.
So when I think entrepreneurship, I'm thinking about Stephen Lott, right?
Oh man, appreciate that.
So I mean, you're a professor in it, right? Like you teach it, you practice it, right? And that's the difference between most professors.
Oh, 100%.
They talk about it, but then but they're not doing it.
And yeah, shout out to Georgia State for for just having that innovation, like to be able to have someone like me, right,
yep.
teach, because it's a huge deal. It changes everything. I remember when I first had my first class, I was like, I walked in, I said, look, y'all, I don't know what I'm doing, but I promise you, I'm a teacher about entrepreneurship.
Yep.
So let's get to work. Like, you know what I mean? Like, cause it's like I didn't have the structure, I didn't have the what's name, and it was my honesty, it was my vulnerability, and that's what students want. Yeah. It's the truth. That's all they want.
That's how they learn.
It's the truth. And then Gen Z is very unique. Like people write them off, but they cold. The thing about Gen Z is that they because they get hit from so many places. Yeah. Everybody's telling them something. It's very tough for them to discern truth. Right. But when they see it, they know it. Because they can feel it. Yeah. Because everything else feels fake. Yeah. It feels like I'm trying to get your attention. I'm trying to sell you something. I'm trying to sell you something. I'm trying to sell you something. But when they know it's real, they know it's real, and they locked in. You know what I mean? And I got students that's locked in, bro. And so yeah, being a professor is absolutely it's insane.
And I think we need more of that.
You would love to teach.
Oh my goodness.
You would love it. It's so they need us. They need us in those classes, and it's shifting. Like, because what happens is education is gonna change forever. You know what I mean? Like
people buying courses left and right.
Yeah, education is gonna change. Right, with that, AI is changing the way that we even process the information. So now it's gonna become a practical field. Yep. In general, that they're gonna shift it, and so they need more practical people to come in and be able to show it, because people are finding less reasons to enroll.
1,000%. I mean, I'm thinking I went to school for football, right? Sure. Most people are going for football, and they're not even staying the whole time before they go to the league, right? Right. But we live in a world where it's all about people. I ain't going to school. I'm doing social media, or I'm doing this, right? So it's like, what happens with education? Where we getting where's the education part of it? But I feel like with what you're doing and in that type of field, like people. Like, nobody wants to go to school to go learn more about the Pythagorean theorem unless, they're about to, go be an engineer, baby, right?
100%.
But,
100%.
To go, I think we live in a more pro-entrepreneur world today because of social media, to where it's like they're excited to come to your class.
We have to be able to be agile as people in today's world more than ever. Like, one job can't carry us throughout our life anymore. So more people are pivoting. Less people are staying at work more than 3 years, right? Even if you do got a job. So I got to keep doing this. I got to keep doing this. I got to keep doing this. You know what I mean? That's entrepreneurial, right? You know what I mean? Like, just the ability to to pivot that way. And so this is a very interesting time. And so my job is to really curate the mindset, right? Is to really is to really ensure that the lens that they're looking from is from a business lens, right? So when I look at life, everything's a business. I see everything. If I look around, everybody has sold something. That's why we're here. And so really, change their mind, like from going from, what did Jody say on Baby Boy? He's like, look at all these people. Look at all these people driving, right? It's going somewhere, right? It's going somewhere. That's what it's like. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, once that clicks, like, I'm either a buyer or a seller.
Yeah. Either buy or sell. That's a bar. Oh my goodness. It's right in our face. And like you just you have all.
It's like the Matrix. Like bro, it's like you're either part of. And you know what made me realize this, bro? I was watching the Vince McMahon doc. Right? Have you ever seen it? So good, Vince McMahon doc. Not because Vince McMahon is good, but because like, so first off, I was a big wrestling fan growing up, and what you don't realize very quick, I was like, man, this dude, and this goes even to Brandon, like Vince McMahon used to change characters right in front of our eyes, bro. He would go from, you know what I'm saying, like he would go from stunning Steve Austin, Stone Cold Steve Austin, to, you know what I'm saying, Mick Foley, to
Ric Flair,
Jack, to like the same person,
man.
You know what I'm saying, like
crazy.
to, you know what I mean, like, and I was like, this dude be changing brands, and we just go with the story, and we get so caught up in our personal brand, we don't want to change.
Yep. We
want to stick with it. We want to like because we already told people, and we got to keep it. And I was like, and what I realized about the Business Man doc, I was like, dang, as fans, we're part of the whole thing.
Yeah.
Like my emotion, my watching them, seeing them change, I'm part of it. I'm a consumer.
Yep.
Right? And so he is creating something. He's creating something that is getting me, right? You know what I'm saying? Like just talking about it, being a part of it. Yeah. And so I thought as a consumer I was paying to be entertained. But as a consumer, I'm actually a part of it, the entertainment.
That's so good. Because I think, man,
I was like,
oh my gosh,
crazy. So I'm part of the entertainment. So you think that you're actually paying for them to entertain you. No, you're part of the entertainment.
That's the marketing aspect right there.
That's the marketing.
Get your audience to be a part of the entertainment.
Yes, it's football. It's that's why they had storylines, right? That's why you had to know who turned bad and who turned good, and It's part of it, bro. It's branding. It's all branding. Like that's why he created characters. That's why musical artists is the same way with artists. Like they create artists. You know what I'm saying? Like they look at the gaps, they see what's missing, they look at the data, and then they plug in somebody who looks nice, has a certain body. I'm turning into this. I'm gonna make you sing this song. I'm gonna put it out there. We gonna buy it every year. It's all like so. You're either creating what people right, or you're a part of it. You're a consumer.
Yeah.
It was one of the two. And once I realized that, it was over with.
Dang, that is so good, bro. Like that just shifts the mindset on how people should view, you know, what they're actually growing, right? And how they go about building, you know, being in entrepreneurship, like understanding, you know, how do you refine that, and what are you attracting, and how are you going about attracting them to be a part of what you're doing, right? To where it pays for itself. It sells for itself. Oh man, that's so good.
100%.
So as we wrap up, man, first of all, I appreciate you for pulling up on your boy. This is good, man. We here. You got to leave us with, like, I could just tell you there's a boatload of knowledge from there, from a professor. Gosh. I'm thinking about books, I'm thinking about textbooks, I'm thinking about all these things. But I know for you, you've had to have just fed yourself so much knowledge. Like, give me, you see, I got the books here, right? But like, I got the books here, leaders are readers. So I know you've read probably all of these books. But give us your top 5. Like, give us your top 5 books that you think every entrepreneur, business owner, that they need, accountant, whoever, like that. What's your top 5?
I got a faith book I gotta throw in there.
Okay, yeah.
I got a couple, but okay. So one, obviously, The Alchemist.
The Alchemist. I mean, you didn't talk about that.
Yeah. I read it a couple times. Paulo Coelho, Santiago.
Yeah.
You gotta read it. 2, The Dream Giver.
The Dream Giver is really good. Yeah, I got that one downstairs. Yeah, Dream Giver is good.
Subtle but effective. Subtle but effective, right? When it talks about the land of familiar, right? It really positions you in a certain place.
Yeah. Actually, I listened to it.
I listened to it
and read it.
To me, it's better as a listen.
Oh my!
I'm gonna tell you why it's better as a listen. It almost feels like a story. Like it feels like the greatest.
1,000%.
is I Win the Devil. And the reason why I Win the Devil is good, even for an entrepreneur, because it teaches you to think for yourself.
1000%. And oh my gosh, it just knows, so I maybe your audio version, but the voice of the devil that they had in audio,
yeah.
I was like,
it's about awareness,
man,
bro. Entrepreneurship is about decision making.
Yeah.
And if you can't put yourself in the best headspace to make choices, you won't make a good choice at all, no matter what, right? You know what I mean? I know because I made terrible choices.
Yeah.
Because you can just be moving so fast, and you think you're getting over here, think you're getting over here, but you just miss stuff.
Yep.
And Jesus for me has been the only way that I've been able to fully be aware of my choices.
Yeah.
And I think it's the only way we can make the right choice.
Amen.
So what I got 3. I Win the Devil.
Yep. 2 more.
Golly, 2 more. Oh, I love a good book, man. See, I read books. Books inspire me for different reasons though. Like I don't like I Win the Devil. You wouldn't think was entrepreneurship, but it positions me. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And so I like to give books that like positions you, right? Because honestly, to me, all the entrepreneurship books say the same thing. Yeah. like Profit First. It's cool. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And don't get me wrong. The motto is to me is better than the. You know what I mean? That, like, I didn't get none from the actual book.
Right.
The motto gave me another way to think.
Yep.
About the way I do it. You know, it's a motto, right? But 80% of the book is you know what I mean? Like it's about the same stuff. Yep. So now I'll tell you the autobiography of Malcolm X. I'm gonna say how that helped me as an entrepreneur.
Okay.
It was the raw truth from his perspective that really helped me be authentically who I am. He was unwavering, and I was listening to him be unwavering, and I was like, golly, how do you do that? You know what I'm saying? How do you? And then he was talking about Muhammad Ali in the book. He was talking about, but it's his words.
Right.
And I ain't never out of all the books I read, I ain't never heard nobody and it was very similar, not necessarily similar to the Bible, but just similar to where when you see people be so specific about what things were, how it looked, how it smelled, how it wasn't that. And I was like, man, that authenticity, I want that. I desire that. So I was listening to that, and I couldn't stop. That was the only book that I read that I could not stop. Like I would go to the gym extra. I would do 2 days just so I can go listen to the book. Probably one of the best, but easily one of the best books I ever read.
I've read that one. I'm about to put that in my cart.
Audio.
I'm about to put that in my cart.
Audio book. and I would recommend Lawrence Fishburne as the narrator. He has one where he's a narrator, so he murders it. I believe it's Lawrence Fishburne. I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, last one.
The Bible.
Amen. Yeah.
You want to be a great entrepreneur? Read the Bible. Read the Book of James.
Book of James, your favorite book?
Outside of the Gospels, yep. Outside of reading about Jesus, but Jesus was dope. But outside of reading about Jesus.
Book of James and the Book of James is very. I feel like even the King James version is very easy to
practical
to 100%.
Extremely
practical. Right, talking to the
I know people that haven't read it when I listen to people talk about it.
Yep.
I said you didn't read this.
It's like what version was that?
You didn't read it. You just didn't read it. What Jay-Z say, is you gonna read it or you gonna skim through it? You know what I'm saying? Like.
That's good.
You know what I mean? So yeah, man, that's it.
That's good, man. Well, man, it's been a pleasure. I think this has been a great conversation. I appreciate you for showing up. I think somebody got some value out of this.
If I can just touch one,
man.
That's a PK. That's PK kid.
Man, that was good.
If I can just get one, I did my thing.
Well, we appreciate y'all. Hey, how can they tap in with you? Like, where can they follow you?
Oh man, Stephen Lott MBA Instagram for sure. Stephen Lott MBA Instagram, and that should take you to all channels. Like everything after that, come see me on Instagram. I got some good things coming for sure.
That's good. Well, we appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of the Purpose to Profit podcast. See you on the next one.